So we're going to talk about systems of equations, mostly because I want you just to understand what a system of equation is. This is not the end all for this discussion. You'll probably want to practice some of these, but I want to explain to you what one is and kind of how to graph one. You can always work a problem backwards also. But a system of equation are two different linear equations. This is a line and this is also a line. And you know something is a line if it has a single x and a single y in it. That means there's a line. You have an x and a y point. So there's something called a points, the slope of a line formula. It's a y equals mx plus b. M is the slope. B is the y interface. Slope is rise over run. If you remember that, it can help you to do this. So it can help you graph it, or you can also do what's called an XY box like this. And you can plot some points and you plug them in and get the right answer. So I like to graph with this. And since this one's already set up that way, I'm going to show you how to graph this one that way. Y equals 3x minus 15. If I were to, this tells me that 3 is my slope because it's where the m would be. So my slope is 3 in this one. It's 3 over 1. Slope is rise over run. Rise means it goes up 3. Run, it means it goes over 1. If I put a 0 in for x, so I'm at the 0 point on my grid, right in the middle, and I make 3 times 0 is 0, that takes that away. This, which is the b, is my where it lands on my y. This says minus 15. So I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So here's 15. So there's my 15. That's my first point. I have a point and then I have a slope. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to go uphill because it's an uphill slope. 1, 2, 3 up over 1. 1, 2, 3 up over 1. 1, 2, 3 up over 1. So if I had drawn it perfectly perfect, that would keep going and going and going, and that would be that slope. And it would go up there. I can also plot by plugging in some numbers, and I have to solve for the missing number. But since both of them are on one side, I'm going to need to solve it for something. I can go ahead and put it and solve it for y. I want to get rid of x, just like any equation. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So I get y equals minus x plus 13, because I want to put it in the same form as this one. I can now look and say, well, this is really a minus 1, so I have a minus 1 slope, minus 1 over 1, which means I'm going downhill. This is the downhill. So I'm going downhill 1, and I know that when I put 0 in for x, I get 0, and I'm going to be at 13, so I have to go higher on this one. 13 is about there. So there's 13 on the line as best as I can do. And I'm going in the negative direction. So I'm going down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. And so it's kind of like this. Now I'm not going to probably come out perfect on this. But if I were to graph this, and I graphed it correctly, the point where they cross is the solution. Now, as I said, this is on a picture board. It's probably not perfect. So let me show you how to solve it the way you actually solve it. The easiest thing to do is take one of the ones that you did, either this one is y or this one is y, and substitute it in for the other y. If you say this y and this is also y, we can say that means they're both y's, so they equal each other. So I'm going to probably change pages. 3x minus 15 minus x plus 13. 3x minus 15 equals minus x plus 13. This was a y, this was also a y, and y's equal each other. So now I'm basically going to solve this equation. I'm going to get all my letters together. So I'm going to move and put all my x's over here. A little tip, whenever possible when you're solving an equation, get positive x's. It really helps. So I'm adding x to both sides. That gets rid of it here. I'm adding x here. That gives me 4x. Since I don't have anything but numbers over here, I'm going to move this number this way. And I get 28. So 4x is equal to 28. You may know 4 times 7 is 28, and that's great if you do that. If not, you're going to divide this side by 4 and divide this side by 4, and you get x is equal to 7. Now you're going to plug that into one of these sides, or you're going to plug 7 into both of them, and you're going to get what y is. So x is 7. Let's go back a page. So we know that x is 7. We figured that out. So if it's easiest to plug 7 into this one, because this one's got y here. So we have 3 times 7 minus 15. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 minus 15 is 6. So 7, 6 is our answer of where they should have crossed. And I don't think that's coming out to be where they crossed. Because if you go over 7 and up 6, they don't cross there. So either my picture is really wrong, or let's figure out what didn't work. No, I still get 6 when I do that. I still get 7 when I do that. Well, it could be my picture is just that bad. Yeah, because it's hard to just do this on this picture. So let's go ahead and see if we can do something here. Okay, go ahead and hit stop on that, and I'm going to see if I can figure out